going on, world? I'm Wesley from A Connection TV, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences, and I'm here to talk about uncharitable behavior. Which, it's actually not uncharitable, it's actually charitable behavior. We started this particular episode off with Phaedra and Aiden and her assistant or some lady all getting together to make the product that they're going to sell at the charity pop-up session. It's really nice when you see people helping each other out, people utilizing their popularity, their fame, their product, their resources to definitely help the fellow man and or women and or children. It's awesome, and I'm appreciative to Phaedra for definitely utilizing and flexing her power in this way. She receives a call from Cynthia, and Cynthia wants to know everything and anything about what's happening with this whole pop-up shop and how the money's going to be divided and who's going to be there and what's the setup going to look like. And we go on and on and on and on and on. And Phaedra's like, well, child, girl, if you have any questions, just let me know. But I will be getting everybody an email and we will take care of it that way. Okay, get off my phone now. Then we transition to Miss Sheree. I love Messy Boot Sheree. I love reporter Sheree. She is awesome. And she is shopping in some expensive interior design place. And, you know, of course, she's looking for things to decorate Chateau Sheree, which apparently is finished, but she's still working on it, whatever. She's overspent her budget. That house is amazing, to say the least. And so she want to kind of cut corners and, you know, curve a little bit. And so Marlo has been appointed to help her in decorating the house. This seems like a setup because it seems like Marlo's only coming into the picture because of the drama, potential drama that could ensue with Kenya. But either way, if Sheree and Marlo are cool, then by all means, they can work together. It's fine. Whatever. They start talking about the beef between each other, and, you know, Marlo's like, oh, I'm upset because she didn't invite me to the housewarming. She didn't invite me to her party, but Nene was there. And in my mind, I'm like, I thought Marlo and Kenya were cool. I thought that they were cool enough to at least for her to be invited to the house functions, the parties, or whatever the case may be, but obviously not. And, you know, we don't know why she wasn't invited, but Nene was there of all people. So it's very interesting when you see these ladies go through what they go through on camera and then they post up on Instagram taking pictures with each other. And, you know, Sheree is no better, you know, throwing that little salt on the wound, talking about, well, it's interesting how she's able to let Nene drop in and how she's able to invite Nene everywhere and not you. And I mean, even if the housewarming, at the housewarming, there was no furniture, there was nothing. She's like, I wonder where she shits. Does she shits at the gym? You know, Sheree's going on and on and on. You know, allowing Marlo to be like, yeah, she's fucked up. Kenya gets home and her cameras are spray painted black. Terrible. Her garage windows are busted open. It's like 3 or 4 windows busted open. The car that was in the garage, the windows are busted open. And you see speckles of blood, like somebody kicked it and then cut their leg or something. I don't know. But who's to say that this is Matt? No one knows who did this. Why are we just assuming that it's Matt? Because Matt did this before? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why we would assume that this is Matt. It could be someone else. I don't see Kenya as being that liked in Atlanta by, like, the masses. You know what I'm saying? So, who's to say that some strange random didn't come, you know? I don't know. I find it very janky that we would just, oh, the black man did it. Matt did it. It is what it is. Let's throw his name in the fire, and he's not even on the show anymore. Whatever. I don't know. I was kind of like about that. I was salty about that. So she calls Candy of all people, and I'm like, where is this? Well, she can't call Portia. Is she really going to call Phaedra like that? I don't know. So the only person left is Cynthia. Cynthia doesn't have a house. So, yeah, Candy. I don't know. But, you know, Candy's on the line telling her to take her father's advice. If her father, what would her father say? To, you know, get a restraining order or whatever. And, you know, Candy's like, girl, you can stay at my house. It is what it is. Not thinking that Kenya would actually be like, well, she does got a guest house. Let me stay over there. So, you know, Kenya takes up on her offer and she's like, okay, cool, thank you, Candy. What do y'all think about this shit, y'all? I don't know. I mean, before we jump to conclusions, you should really figure out who actually did this first. That's all I'm gonna say. And for him to jump all the way up there to spray paint, you think he really gonna have that much time on his hands if he did this by himself? I don't know. It's just, the whole setup is real janky to me. Cynthia's unfortunately not gonna get her dream lake house. Maybe, maybe not. Because the first appraisal was like 900-something thousand, the second appraisal was like 600-something thousand, and so there were some issues with the closing agreement, and so they need a third appraisal for the house. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I was kind of excited for Noelle and Cynthia to start off their new journey or whatever. But what was really freaking interesting to me was when we were getting all these flashbacks of all these black people. Like, they looked black. They looked black. They look 90s, 80s black. And this show started in the 2000s. Oh my God, they looked so terrible back then. Phaedra, oh, she looked like somebody's grandma back in the day. Now she's fly, she's thick, she's wearing the right clothes, makeup is sitting on all these girls. Even Cynthia with her no edges. Like, her bald head with the spikes, the porcupine hairstyle, oh my God. Even she would look at herself and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Nene, forget about it. Sheree looked like she had one old good lace front on when they was all sitting at that table inquiring about Phaedra's baby decisions and pregnancy issues or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, these ladies look black. These ladies, they looked church black. They look sweaty in the pulpit in that hot ass, no air conditioned church black. Like, that's what they looked. And it was like, wow, look how they've changed. Kenya goes to visit Phaedra, and this particular meet was quite interesting to say the least, because you know, Phaedra ends up finding out about Kenya's situation because Kenya's sitting there and they're talking about, you know, the Flint people and the Flint kids and helping them out, the charity, the pop-up session and all that. Then all of a sudden, Kenya goes, and then she starts crying, and then Phaedra gives them some tissue. And so Kenya goes to elaborate about the situation that's going on with her and Matt. And then she's like, well, how did you handle it with Apollo when Apollo was, you know, had his hot temper moments or whatever? And then Phaedra's like, well, do you love him? Are you sure? Well, I mean, only thing I can tell you is if you get through the counseling and all of that, and you've tried, and you can easily say to yourself that you've tried and it's not working out, then that's when you'll know when you need to stop or if enough is enough. But at the same time, don't put yourself in danger. And I'm like, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Even after everything that her and Kenya went through, Phaedra is still able to offer this girl some advice, some sound advice from woman to woman, because at the end of the day, no female wants to be in a hostile, volatile situation like that at all. And so, you know, when she was like, you know, before Kenya left, like, I'm gonna sit here and pray for you. And this shit could be serious. Like, people busting up your windows and all this shit. And shit is serious. Really it is. And so, at the end of the day, when she started to cry, or it seemed like she was about to break down crying because, you know, of the topic and the sensitivity of it all, I felt a human great connection with Phaedra at this point. Even with her and Kenya doing that. It was just awesome to watch. It was nice to watch. Kenya and Cynthia going to Candy's house was a bit for me. I'm like, Candy, you good. I mean, mind you, she got that big ass guest house and nobody's staying in it at the particular moment. But, you know, it's one thing to say Kenya can come over, blah, blah, blah. But it's another thing for Kenya to invite Cynthia over Candy's house, and Cynthia just walks in the house, and she's like, I'm just going to let myself in. And then they go ahead to talk about how, oh, I figured she could just stay here with me. Huh? I've never known Candy to be that friendly with Kenya, first of all, and then Cynthia. And I'm just like, Candy is like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, maybe for the show, I guess. But it's crazy as hell that these females are that cool or that, oh, it's whatever, she's gonna just stay with me. To be like, okay, that's fine. But then they get into conversation about Sheree, and the potential read that Phaedra gave Cynthia, because Cynthia was wondering why Phaedra was wanting 50% of the proceeds. And I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, Phaedra is putting together this pop-up shop, this whatever you want to call it thing. And so it's her idea. The main purpose is to give it to, you know what I'm saying? Like, give it to the victims of the Flint crisis. So I don't understand what the big deal is. All these females have money, so it's like, okay, 50% is not that bad. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just not that bad. I don't know. She's trying to raise $10,000. At the end of the day, y'all can all just cut her some checks, But whatever. That's not my money. These girls they got it together. They doing their thing. And I'm in all of support for these females being entrepreneurs. But Cynthia's like, well, the way that Sheree reported it, because Sheree's the reporter, she reports it right. And Kenny was like, I don't know about that. Because the whole situation with her talking to Portia about, the broccoli situation, whatever his name is, block, right, that part. And, then Kenya goes so far left. Kenya's always, like, going so far left no matter what. She's like, oh, well, is Block the one that pissed on her? And then, of course, we get a flashback to figure out what Kenya's talking about. And I'm just disgusted that even Portia would allow someone to do, well, you do what you want to do, but ain't nobody pissing on me. That's all I know. That shit is nasty. And there's, like, certain females out there that I can't picture doing certain things like that. Like, I just can't picture certain females going buck wild like that, let alone to have somebody piss on them. I don't know. Would y'all let someone piss on you? Portia with short hair looks drop dead phenomenal, gorgeous, awesome. I'm loving it. All the girls go to the venue. They start to air out the blueprint of the place, where it's going to be, who's going to set up, what it's going to look like, whatever the case may be. Everybody's concerned about money. At the end of the day, I'm like, it's for the kids. Then Phaedra lets everybody know that Kenya is going to be rolling with her at the camp. And Portia's feeling some sort of way about this. And Portia's like, well, what about your best friend, or whatever the case may be? And Phaedra's like, I don't know who you are. What's your name? I don't know you. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with this? I don't understand this, whatever this is. Whatever. But it seems like Portia is feeling some sort of way, so she just starts throwing shade all over the place. And she's like, well, girl, whatever. We can just put your dick wall here. We can put your dick wall here. And Candy's like, what? Girl, let's be 100 on everything that we got going on right here. I got enough product to outsell all of y'all. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get a little funk nasty with it, let's get funk nasty with it. And we already know Candy's well off, especially in regards to Portia. You know what I'm saying? Comparing the two, there's no comparison. But the ladies throw together a great pop-up shop. They have all their products going on. I loved Kenya's booth. It was so classy. It really was. And of course, she had a great big picture up there just to show off the other girls. Sheree only had like a table, a little thing of flowers, and some shirts. I was like, okay. Portia's booth was cute. Candy's booth was cute, but Kenya outdid everybody with the booth. So it was really cute seeing little Kenya's booth or whatever. But of course she's trying to throw shade at Sheree for her little her little bowl of flowers. She's throwing shade at Portia. And at this point it seems like Portia's able to deflect and telling this girl bye, go ahead, go bye with all that. But then Marlo shows up and Marlo's like, what's going on? To everyone but Kenya. So of course Kenya feels some sort of way. She feels slighted. So she goes up and makes her presence known. She's like, Marlo, can I talk to you for a minute? Marlo's like, sure, what's up? Kenya's like, I want to apologize. Marlo's like, look, you can keep it because I'm not here for your apologies. I think your apology is bullshit and I'm not here for it. So just keep it. I'm like, okay. I mean, if that's how she feels, that's how she feels. There's no excuse that can be offered up for Kenya to just be like, oh, well, a lot's going on. No, if we've been friends, we like to use that word a lot, we really do. If we've been friends, then there should be no reason as to why I did not receive an invite, but someone like Nene does. So I'm side Marlo with this whole situation because it seems fugazi. But of course, Cynthia's like, Kenya's like, well, I'm gonna apologize, and that's that, and this is not the time to play, so that's fine, whatever. And then they split up. I don't know about y'all, but this particular episode was a bit lukewarm. You know, I'm just glad that Phaedra was actually able to raise some money. She ended up getting a little over $7,000. Candy gave her $2,500. Portia gave her all of the proceeds and $1,000 more. So that made it roughly over $7,000, and Phaedra decided to put in the rest to get to the $10,000, which was great. So they raised $10,000 for the people up north. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great show. What did you guys think of this particular episode? Who do you think was the cutest out of the cast of girls at their pop-up shop? I thought it was very interesting how Candy and Phaedra both showed up in pink. You know, very interesting. And they seem to be amicable and cordial, you know, even given everything that has occurred. So, hey, go figure. You know, people are able to be mature and get over things. What did you guys think about the episode? Leave your comments below. I really want to know what you thought. Also, hit that subscribe button, that like, and follow your boy on all the Instagram social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and all of that. Deuces.